For Activity 65 notes, what I had the students do was look at the graph of Earth's atmosphere and calculate the amount of carbon dioxide that has been rising since about the 1950s. So as you can see on the graph, I drew a line here starting at the modern time, which is technically 1950, and it goes until today, which is 2015. Of course, today's not 2015, but this is the most recent data that we have. And as you can see, that in this short amount of time, the amount of carbon dioxide has slowly started to rise back up. And you guys will have to submit WA65, where I ask you to place the order of events, tracking the amount of gases in the atmosphere, and then at the end, you're going to have to find, using a graph, how much carbon dioxide has risen in a 10-year span. For this problem, you are going from 1950 to 2015. In other words, we are going to start at 1950. That's going to be our 0. And then we are going to 2015, which from 1950 to 2015, that is 65 years. So we are going from 0 to 65. That is along our x-axis that I have drawn here. I've drawn an x-axis to show where 0 is. So I'm going over here on my x-axis. The first coordinate is 0, and the second coordinate is 65. For my y values, at 0, so where this is starting, it looks as though carbon dioxide is approximately at 7. And then at 65 years, it looks as though carbon dioxide is approximately at 10. Now I'm going to do rise over run, but I'm going to do a formula for that just because my numbers are spread out. This is over a time span of 65 years. So I'm going to use the formula for slope m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, where my y2 is 10 and my y1 is 7. And I'm taking that from the chart above. And then my x2 is 65 and my my x1 is 0. So if I solve 10 minus 7, that equals 3, and 65 minus 0 is 65. So my answer for my slope is 3/65. In other words, the amount of carbon dioxide over 65 years has increased at a rate of 3/65 per year. That would be the rise in carbon dioxide or the slope.